Hello, one and all, and welcome back to Lavale's Yap Session. It's your boy Lavale, and today I'm so excited to talk to you guys about the new Fantastic Four movie. I've been hyped for it since they first announced it, and because it's the last of only 3 Marvel movies to come out this year, I've been really itching to see the quality of it. It's no surprise that Marvel has been on a bit of a dry spell lately, and with Captain America Brave New World being kinda mid in my eyes, and Thunderbolts actually being pretty good, I've been at the edge of my seat to see how I'd feel about the newest Fantastic Four reboot. And also, let me know down in the comments if you guys want me to make a video about those movies. I loved Thunderbolts, and parts of Brave New World were actually pretty cool, so I'm down to share my thoughts about them with you guys. But that's not what we're here for. We all want to know how Fantastic Four First Steps turned out. And in all honesty, I really liked it. One, I love the characterization for Sue Storm, and I love to see how hard she goes for her son. At one point, she literally tells Johnny to kill the Silver Surfer because she's trying to kidnap her son Franklin. And she has a whole monologue about how she loves her son too much to sacrifice him for the sake of the world, that she also sees the world as her family and that she won't lose them either. And it's a really sweet and moving moment that you really don't see in Marvel movies or in a lot of movies these days in general. Just to see a mom just talking about the love of her son, it's just really sweet and it's just really nice. And she also uses her powers in really cool ways too. Like, she turns the top of her stomach translucent so that she and Reed can look at the baby as it's in her womb. Which, now that I say it out loud, it sounds kind of freaky, but it's so cool in the movie. It's just so awesome to see these powers utilized in ways that you never would have thought of. Like, I never would have thought of her turning her body partially invisible in order to see her baby. That's just so stinking cool. Also, Pedro Pascal is doing a pretty good job playing Reed, but my only gripe is that he feels a teensy bit flat. It's hard for me to see many character traits for him, aside from him being smart and loving his family, but I think that's the bare minimum for Reed Richards. I would have liked to have learned more about this Reed as a person. I feel like he didn't have many likes in this movie, except for liking science, and again, that is the bare minimum. But a trait that they did give him that I do love is that he never gives up in this movie. He's given an unsolvable problem and says, fuck it, I'm gonna figure it out, and then does. He somehow figures out a way to teleport the entire Earth to safety, which is such a goofy comic book solution. But that's a good thing. This is a comic book movie, and it should have wackiness like that in there. He even temporarily achieves world peace, which wasn't his intention, but is a win anyways. And his plan to beat Galactus ultimately works, even if he needed a bit more help from an unexpected ally. So ultimately, I like this Reed. I just wanted a bit more, which is a complaint that I do have about this movie. I just wish it had a little bit more. It feels like the movie is holding something back in a way that's kind of hard to put into words, but it's still a good movie, and Pedro still did a good job. Then there's Johnny Storm, who is actually really amazing in this. The banter between him and the other 3 is amazing. You can definitely see that he's the little brother of the group, and he doesn't feel flat. His character feels complex and actually intelligent, which a lot of the movies miss. Johnny isn't just some fuckboy college kid. He has a complex backstory, and is more nuanced than a lot of media gives him credit for. But he's awesome in this movie. Like, he figures out an alien language and basically becomes fluent in it so that he can enlist the help of the Silver Surfer, without which would have literally caused him to have to sacrifice himself. And he also has like a hunger to prove himself, which is a great motivation for him. I also love how the movie treats his flirtiness. It doesn't come across as overbearing and predatory, so it's much more digestible and endears us to him, making him probably my favorite of the 4. And that leaves Ben, aka The Thing, who although doesn't get very much to do, he still cements himself, wink, rock wordplay, he still cements himself as an important member of the 4, and you can feel that he's important. The beginning scene where he's the one who realizes that Sue is pregnant before even her brother does is really cool, really amazing, and then his reaction to it is awesome. He's so happy, he's so supportive, and in all honesty, I like his reaction to it more than I actually like Reed's reaction. But he cements himself as an important member of the 4, and you can feel it. which is something I can say for all of them. They all have chemistry and feel like a family, which I hope I don't have to stress is super important for a FF narrative. However, I do wish that Ben's romantic subplot either had more time to actually flower into something, or it was just taken out of the movie because it ends up not really going anywhere, and it feels like it was like a failed attempt at growing Ben's character. There's also pretty good character work for probably the most controversial character in the movie, Shalabala, aka the Silver Surfer. I remember so many people being fed up and triggered at the fact that the Silver Surfer was a girl, which is stupid because she literally exists in the comics, and they were trying to tear the movie down because of it. But I really like the connection she had with Johnny. Not to mention the fact that she is just so cool. I was watching the movie, pointing at the screen, and just geeking out the entire time. There's a scene where Shala chases the Fantastic Four through space, and it's just so awesome. Like she's surfing on lava and dust clouds, flying faster than light, and gets sucked into a black hole. And somehow she lives. Like she just survives that. Like it was just like a temporary setback for her. And she has no reason to be this cool. Then the scene where Reed figures out how to teleport the Earth to safety, and she just flies around, destroying the teleporters and zooming around the Earth in like a blink of an eye. There's no way you can hate on that. It's so cool. And she almost kidnaps Franklin from inside of Sue's stomach. She tries to phase through and grab the fetus, and it's insane. Plus, I love her monologue when she first shows up to Herald Galactus. It low-key gave me chills, and my family and the friends are still repeating it just randomly, just saying lines from the monologue, because it's just that awesome. But what really gave me chills was Galactus himself. Oh my god, they snapped. He's huge and he feels so foreboding. Even just him taking his first steps on Earth is completely damaging the terrain around him, and I love it. He's genuinely scary and unnerving and just creepy. And everything around him seems helpless. Like he starts pulling Reed apart like taffy. He launches Ben into space so casually and forces Susan to have to strain her powers to the point of death just to push him back. And they still almost lost. If Silver Surfer hadn't sacrificed herself to save them, that would have been it. It would have been wraps. This is just a good movie. The only real problem I had with it was Baby Franklin's CG, which was pretty bad. Especially when he was being held by the Thing at the end. It just looks so creepy. It looks so weird. I do not trust this baby. It was giving the baby Renesmee from Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. Don't know if you guys have seen that movie. I love those movies, by the way. But that's what it was giving. It just looked so bad. And it looks so creepy. But it's a pretty good movie. It's also a pretty good intro to the Fantastic Four as a whole, if you've somehow avoided learning about them. It shows their dynamic, and I love that. So I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10.